Hello, Ace. Do you know what happened to Matt? Loading sequence. Oh boy. Replay it now. Oh. You and your so-called president will not succeed. Is that so? The chosen one has come, and he will rid the world of your evil. I care nothing for your pathetic prophecies. Worse, you have become a nuisance through your meddling. That ends today. Killing me will stop nothing. That may be, but seeing your body rotting on the ground will bring a smile to my face. What do you think you're doing now? Ha ha! Pathetic fool! Ha ha ha! Wow, I haven't laughed like that for a while. Anyway, get ready to die. Beep! Well, it's a little past 12. Anyone up for lunch? Score! I'm there. Yeah, count me in on that. Well, now we know what happened to Matthew. Where did his body go, though? Like, that's a mystery and a half. But then it would have given away, like, what happened to him, or at least an idea of what happened to him. The Brotherhood's had a rough go at it in Fallout 2, because I think Matthew is the only connection that we have to the Brotherhood of Steel. Now that he's dead, we're not going to really interact with them at all, which is crazy. But I will go to the other Brotherhood bunkers just to see if Matt's around. There may be something in those bunkers. I don't remember if there is or not, but there's one in the NCR and there's one in the Den, so we might stop by there. But what do we do now besides grab all our companions, because I left them up here because it made the cutscene all weird. So now there are 2 remaining companions to get, because that was part of my plan for this playthrough, was to get all the companions, and now we have most of them staying at the Chop Shop in New Reno. 3 of them, of course, following me. The Pariah Dog is one of the ones that we're missing, and that's from a random encounter. And that's a forced companion where, like, the Pariah Dog just joins you after that encounter, and you have to either kill it or just deal with being jinxed the rest of the playthrough. And we also can get married in MODOK now, because we used Ace to up our charisma to the point to where we can raise it with chems up to 8. I think 8 charisma is what's required to get married in MODOK. And I don't think I've really done it that much, because I don't usually run charisma-based characters very much. So let's go get married, I guess, and maybe get some encounters along the way. One thing I am worried about, though, is keeping Cassidy's weapon supplied, because you don't end up with too much Gauss ammunition. And I think, of course, one of the easier ways is to wipe out an Enclave patrol before they have a chance to do anything to you. But a risk comes along with that, right? So I'm not sure. But we're going to stop by the NCR first and see if they have anything in their shop. Because I recall, I mean, the NCR is a bit more advanced too. So they may have some ammunition that we can use here. Hello. I just said that quick, like just to check and see if he had anything of use, but it turns out he doesn't. Cassidy. Why aren't you wielding... Marcus, why aren't you wielding a weapon? That's interesting.
What you be need?
So, like, you follow suit and put your
good.
weapon away, please. Thank you. Okay. So, we're going to go to the shop in town, as well as check on the Brotherhood bunker while we're here. I'm formulating a plan in my head as we go. But first and foremost, yes, we're going to check in on the NCR, see what's going on here, and potentially get some more Gauss rifle ammo for our man Cassidy, because he's gonna wreck some faces. So it turns out Duppo doesn't really have the advanced ammunition that we're looking for. I forgot, though, that the tanker punks also have merchants, and they may have the ammo that we need. They may. But let's head to the bunker really quick. See if... Oh, there is a guard outside. His name's Luke. Oh. Let's speak to him. Hello, Luke. Hello again. I have nothing more to say to you. Okay. Well, I'm going in. What do you think about that? Oh. It's just an office. With no elevator. It's not a bunker. Though it implied as such. That's fine. Well, at least our curiosity has been sated. I usually forget, because that's a forgettable building, apparently. But there are some Brotherhood people still alive in the game. That's important to know. But the one that was helping us is actually dead. After we got him the vertebrate plans. I think that's how it plays out. You give him the vertebrate plans, you leave, you come back, and suddenly he's nowhere to be found because he got killed by the Enclave. So, how about another road trip? Let's head to way up here to Modoc. Here we go. Check on how the Modoc people are doing. Remember we helped the mayor chop off his own pinky. Or did we? Did we? Or did we stop him like mid-chop? Just to make sure that he was being honest in how much he needed our help. I can't remember which one we did. Because he can just chop off his pinky. If you tell him to seal the deal. Okay, let's go to the main street and see if we can seduce a person. I haven't done this before. I haven't done this in a very long time. So this is going to be strange. I will intend on being over encumbered for this. Take 2 doses of Mentats and become an addict. That's fine. It was going to happen eventually. So our charisma is now an 8, which is what is needed. So I can seduce either the daughter. Oh my, a very shapely and seductive looking woman. And then the young man in his 20s. And he looks a lot like Grisham. Okay. So let's see what happens when we speak to the daughter. Sulik's gonna be involved, I guess. We gotta play this smooth, right? The lady says, "Why, hello there, stranger. I'm Miria. What do you do around here?" She says, "Who, me? I do odd jobs here and there, surely nothing worth talking about." She flutters her eyes at you. "Well, Miria, I really would like to know more about you." She says, "I'm really touched. Nobody ever tries to get to know me better. All they want is intercourse ×3. I get so tired of having wild intercourse all the time. I'm so glad you're not like the others." I can be so humble. I don't know if this is the right choice, but I'm gonna do it anyway. "You know, I'm just a normal guy like everyone else. Why, my friends say, Caedo, you're just so cool because you're normal, just like everyone else." Yep, normal. That's me. That actually speaks to me on a deep level. She says, "How disappointing. You're just like everyone else, aren't you? Can I ask you questions?" "No, I don't think so. I'm tired of this conversation. Goodbye." Okay, so I ruined my chances with Miria. I don't think... Oh, okay. Oh, we can try it again. Okay. "I've never known anyone as interesting as you are, Miria." She blushes. "Stop, you're embarrassing me. You're just the sweetest thing. Why don't you come over here and sit by me?" "I thought you'd never ask. Why don't we get a little more comfortable?" "Okay, that's not the right thing to say. I think this is going too far. Can't we just talk?" She says, "I can't take this anymore. You're perfect." She rips off her clothes, your clothes, and then your world will never be the same again. "What's going on in here? Uh-oh. Daddy." Uh-oh. "How dare you sully the honor of Miria? There's only one way to make this right." Grisham bursts through the door. "You mind explaining what you're doing with my daughter?" "Let me explain it to you gently, Pops. There are these birds and bees, you see." He said, "That's just great. I'm gonna have a smart ass as a son-in-law." "Well, come on, son. Let's get this over with." Shotgun wedding. "Dearly beloved, we are gathered here." Joe, can we just skip to the vow tying parts? Okay, before we begin, is there anyone in this room with the reason why these two here before me should not be joined in matrimony? Boy. Continue, please. "Do you, Miria, take Caedo to be your lawfully wedded husband?" "I surely do." "Do you, Caedo, take Miria to be your lawfully wedded wife?" "I sure the heck don't you make Miria a widow." I do." "Then, by frontier law, I pronounce you attached. You may now kiss the bride." Okay. Now Miria is on my team too. And she is useless. So, knowing that, maybe I can talk to her a little bit. She says, what do we do now, baby? I need to talk about your gear. She says, my stuff is your stuff. I need to know what kind of weapons you can use. She says, sharp weapons like knives get me excited, although I can use weapons like an SMG in a pinch if I need to. Just don't expect me to actually hit anything. Oh, that's not good news. What's her combat control like? What's her leading skill? Does she have one? Unarmed. Melee damage 1. Hit points 35. Okay. So my plan is to get a divorce. Immediately after we got Miria on the team, I want a divorce now. So we're gonna take a little road trip to Father Tully's in New Reno. Before we do that, all of my items are on the floor in her room, so I should probably grab those. I forgot that after the process of ripping one's clothes off includes all of your equipment, so I'm gonna do a little montage here, picking up all my stuff. At a comment left by Eric the Rad asking, how did you trade 79 caps without clicking the arrows? Never knew there was another way. Good episode, by the way. You can use the 10 keypad, or maybe even the number keys, to input numbers instead of having to click the plus and minus things in Fallout 2, which is really helpful. And you can also use the number keys to select lines of dialogue if you're in dialogue. Thanks for the comment, Eric the Rad. I hope my answer helped. Holy crap. That took almost like a full minute. Oh my goodness. Sulik, please. Okay. We have all our stuff now. It's completely out of order now, thanks to that. So I'm going to do a little cycling here. All right. Okay. Things are where they need to be again. I should save. And now we're going to head off to New Reno and get that divorce. I should have refueled my car because it's gonna go a few miles and then, wow, it actually had a lot more charge than I thought, but we need to fuel it up again. So do I have microfusion cells on me? No. Marcus, give me a couple, please. Okay, so now we refuel the car with a little bit of this. Marcus, give me those weapons back, please. Thank you very much. It's a lot of micro, so much micro. I'm sorry, everyone. It's not exciting, but it's part of the situation. After we have so many companions, can't keep track of anything. At least I know where I'm going. Commercial row. Here we are. I think Father Tully is probably passed out because he's drunk all the time. Nope. He's actually here. Okay. Well, let's try to get a divorce, shall we? Okay. So I have 2 save slots now. One called marriage, one called divorce. Hey, Father Tully. Father Tully says, greetings, my son. What's Father Tully could do for you is all this fine Reno night. Hee, you stink still. You stink like pee-pee. He sniffs his armpits, then his robes. My word, I sure smell strongly, don't I? Dang nation, I smell like a still. Better get clean before Mrs. Wright catches me. Bye, pee-pee man. I am still reeling from using those mentats and have an intelligence of 3 once again, which is why I told Father Tully he smells like pee-pee. So I'm going to rest until... Wait, I don't need to rest. It's daytime, so I can sneak into Eldritch's basement and get a whole bunch of free weapon upgrades. Because that's the other thing I came here to do. So we're gonna sneak on in. Nope. Get out of the way, Cassie. Thank you. Gonna sneak on in here. Eldritch doesn't hear anything. Algernon, there he is. Just look for the man making sound effects. Algernon, I need you to upgrade a whole bunch of weapons. Oh my goodness. My intelligence is low enough for Algernon to do things too. Oh, this is great. Algernon looks at you and gives a toothless smile. Boom! I reply with, boom! He says, Algernon gives a gurgling laugh, then points his finger at you like a gun. Blam, blam! Miss me, take this! Point finger at him like a pistol. Pow, pow! Algernon gets a shocked expression on his face, then looks slowly at the place where you shot him. He suddenly staggers, then his eyes roll up into his head and he falls over, dead. Al? You okay? He doesn't move. Start clapping. He doesn't get up. He isn't breathing either. Uh-oh. Me kill Al. We better get out of here. I've never done this. I just killed Al with a finger gun. Oh my god. Well, I'm obviously gonna reload, but that was priceless. Okay, so I'm just gonna rest because I can't get free upgrades from Al while in this mental state. So, alright. My brains are back. Now we push Cassidy in there. Oh my goodness. Guys, come on. Stop walking in the doorway. Now we go talk to Algernon. Quiet dogs. And then we get our free upgrades. Man, that was hilarious. Algernon? Boom to you too, bud. Here's a pistol. Here's a Watts 1000. So now that Al did like several weapon upgrades for me, I now have the upgraded versions of all of these weapons that I was carrying. The Magneto laser pistol. This Watts 1000 laser pistol has been upgraded with a magnetic field targeting system that tightens the laser emissions, giving this pistol extra penetrating power. And we have the laser rifle extended capacity. This Watts 2000 laser rifle has had its recharging system upgraded and a special recycling chip installed that reduces the drain on microfusion cell by 50%. Very nice. And of course the turbo plasma rifle, which we've already made before, or had upgraded before, and Marcus is wielding right now. But the benefit of this is that all of these weapons now are fully filled up with ammo. So I can get a whole bunch more microfusion and energy cells for free on top of the free upgrades from Algernon. So Algernon, whom I killed in another universe with a finger gun, is definitely a very useful NPC. So I don't want him dead. I don't want him ever to die. He is a treasure. Thank you so much, Marcus. Okay. I made a mistake in another universe, and Eldridge was in the back room. He shouldn't be in the back room when I tried to escape. So now I rested in the basement with Algernon hanging out, making sound effects. And now I can leave? I can leave. I'm leaving. And yeah, I just narrowly escaped Eldridge. So now I'm gonna go into the front of the shop and do business with him with the weapons that I had his charge in the basement upgrade for me. I don't think, yeah, he doesn't have that much available though. That's a bummer. That's a real bummer, Eldridge. Nothing today. Thank you. Goodbye. I need stim packs more than anything right now. Like, we used a lot when we took down Navarro. And there's gonna be more of that for sure. So let's get rid of our wife. Now that our intelligence is high enough to comprehend what's happening. He says, "Greetings, my son. Wasn't Father Tully blah 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 blah." Father Tully, huh? Can you do divorces? He says, "Devil take me, course I can. Reno was the divorce capital, even for the big one. This is the filly you want to break vows with? You bet. Can we start now?" He says, "Well, I seem to have misplaced my sermon book with all the official stuff. If I bring you a bottle, you could just make up something." He says, "Well, it wouldn't be right unless the hooch was really good. Well, I can go get some, but I'll need some chips first." He says, course, chips. Where do I keep the chips?" His eyes turn to the pour box beside the podium. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. Hold on a minute. Patiently wait for him to withdraw from the pour box. Till he stumbles over to the pour box beside the podium and fishes around inside. There you go. He dumps some chips into your hand. "Blessed be the poor. Go spend the name of all that is holy." Thanks, Father. I'll be back with some hooch soon. I think he needs some specialized hooch. So, and I think we have some in the trunk. I hope we have some in the trunk. We should. And we've got some rock gut. One of these should work. So we can proceed with the divorce as planned. All right, Father Tully. Come on, wife. soon to be not wife. He says, I have misplaced my sermon book with all the official stuff. Well, here's some hooch. Can you just make something up? He said, sure, let me polish this off. Get the fire going. He downs the bottle with frightening speed. All right, then. Step up to the podium, you two. Step on up. All right, listen up. Takes a drink. Keeps drinking, drains bottle. By the power divested in me, I divorce ye. You may now kick the bride, groom, whatever. Makes a sweeping motion. Ugh. And I told you I loved you. A special thanks to those supporting me on Patreon, including Wasteland Legends, Sven, and David Hoover. You can catch future episodes of this playthrough on Wednesdays and Fridays, noon and 10 a.m. Pacific. Thanks so very much for watching. I'm Caedo Genesis, and may you wander the wasteland like you own it.